Gonna work. I'm just gonna record. Hopefully I have enough time for this webinar and it don't cut off on me. We shall see. Well, my name is Charles McCutcheon. For those of you who don't know me, I'm on all social media, and I'm gonna cut the camera off. Y'all don't need to see me. Just need to see the information. I'm on social media and I'm promoting good business. That's the main goal, is to promote good business and to help a lot of people out. So with this, I'm a best-selling author. I was one of the co-authors of the book. I should have it over here, but I'm not going to show it to nobody. And it's a real estate book. It's all about real estate, the ultimate real estate survival guide. I believe real estate is definitely a game changer, and a lot of people have a lot of myths about real estate. So I just show people how not to spend the $50,000 just to learn real estate, because it's not that serious. I'm the CEO of a nonprofit helping homeless veterans, and I speak at different universities, churches, corporations, literally whoever will hire me. So if you're out there, no, whoever will hire me. But this information is going to break down a lot of information. Let me make sure I have the right one, because I don't want y'all getting the wrong information. This may not be the right one, and that's okay. I want y'all to get the right information. This is going to break down the funding piece. Let me cut this off right quick. This is going to break down the funding piece, and with funding there comes so many different. It's different ways to do it. So I'm not going to sit here and say, I would do it this way or I would do it that way. There's so many different ways to do the funding with what you have. So I went step by step, and that's the best way I know how to do it. I don't know how to do it any other way. I went step by step to get this funding down, and I want to show people the way I actually did it. A lot of people have come to me who said, well, somebody told me it should be done like this. And I'm like, okay, if that's what they told you, that's what they told you. This is the agenda. As you see, I'm going to break down the LLC, how to set up a corporation. And some people don't even have that part. But if you're in business, any type of business, you have to get set up the right way. And for me, set up the right way is having an entity. And I know if you're on this, I'm trying to make this so you can see it. Those people who are on the stream, the live stream, let me make it so y'all can see it a little better. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see if it works. If it don't work that good, y'all gonna have to get on the webinar. Okay, that may be good right there. So as y'all see, talk about the DUNS number. The DUNS number is just for you, for business folks. If you want to be recognized as a business and take it seriously, you have to get a DUNS number. Anybody who in business have to get an EIN. And I'm speaking on it to the level that I don't know who's on this line. This is this is just gonna be information. I put up there, don't choose a sole proprietor. I've been told by a lot of people that are my mentors, as a sole proprietor, what you're doing is saying that you're going to be 100% responsible for whatever happens. So me personally, I say, don't be a sole proprietor. And then I'm going to break down into the business credit part and kind of give steps on how you go about getting that. I'm always believing in this. You have to get uncomfortable. A lot of us are just too comfortable in where we are. And I was that way before. And I met some folks that actually changed how I do business and what I do. So with everything I do, I like to let people know where I'm coming from and who I am as a person, because we get a lot of wrong information. And any information I give out, I want you to go research. I need you to research. I need you to go in there, get in the books, and get a better understanding for yourself. So I am, I've been featured on the TV shows you see right there. I only had a little clip. It's not like I had a whole segment or something like that, but nonetheless, I was on there. And these are the different folks and I'm not a name dropper person. My thing is this: we have all these people out there that have information that we need. So we need to break out of our shell. I know everybody talking about the Jay-Z concert, and that's cool. But my thing is, if you're going to the Jay-Z concert, is that going to help you and where you need to go? So I'm working with the Robert Kiyosaki's, the Les Browns as well. I work with those people who can help me to get to that destination. And that's how we win. The information is already out there. I don't believe there's any secrets right now. I believe that we just haven't taken the time to go get the information. The information is already out there. Those are the guys who showed me some books and stuff like that. And Laurel Langmeyer, just look her up. She's a beast in and of herself. And the certain people that I work with, those are the guys to the left, taught me real estate I'm talking about on a high level. They taught me how to get into the multi-million-dollar deals, vice doing the little $1,000, $10,000 deals and stuff like that. And then Les Brown, I get my training from motivational speaking from him. But I have to travel to go see all these people. I spend my money, 5,000, I don't care if it's 3,000 or whatever. I spend my money to go get the right information, and then I do what they tell me to do. So for everybody, I don't care what business you're in and what you're doing, you need to have stuff that's written down. And I just put this is like only a snapshot. You see number 3 up there, which really is like 1, 2, 3, 4. And it starts to break down your financial goals and where you want to be. Like in 6 months, where do you want to be? Your average profit and stuff like that. You have to look at where you are and detail it to where you want to be. I call it reverse engineering what we want to do. I use this in the real estate world, and I use this in other parts of my businesses as well. So I truly believe there's no shortage of money. The money is out there for the taking. We just have to go for it. We have to get in touch with the right people. A lot of people say, well, I couldn't get it because of funding. And I think it's more of a lack of creativity. We have to get creative to get to where we want to be. My disclaimer, I put this out everywhere I go with anything that I do. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not providing any type of legal advice because I don't want people coming back to me saying, well, Charles said to do this. Negative. Charles did not say to do this. This is just purely information. That's all it is. So one of the biggest things I'm going to talk about is business credit. And the one thing I like about business credit is you separate your personal credit from the business credit. And that's where all of us should be. If you have all those companies like Target and Lowe's and Walmart using business credit, they're not using their own money to fund their business. Why wouldn't we be doing it? And the bottom line on there is cash is king. A lot of us right now have access to funding that we haven't tapped into yet. I'm talking about 0% for 18 months. You can't beat 0%, family. You can't. There's nobody that can beat that. 0% is just you can beat never giving it back. That's one way to beat it. But that's just another way to do it. I'm gonna speak Dun & Bradstreet, and I have to talk to the fact that I don't know where anybody is on these calls or on the webinar, or who's going to see it in the future. Some people could be just now starting out, and that's okay. Dun & Bradstreet, they're more of if you're serious and you want to be in business, different companies that you want to get your funding from are going to look at the Dun & Bradstreet information to see if you're on the up and up. Now, you may see some spelling errors, and for those professors out there, I humbly apologize because I don't want to be a person that doesn't make mistakes. I'm not that guy. I'm going to continue to make mistakes, and that's okay. So the other thing out there is the corporate credit, and we talk about non-recourse. Non-recourse meaning it doesn't affect you in your personal credit. Why not get your business set up like that? So this is what I did. I went to www.dnb.com. And this is for people setting up their businesses and stuff like that. This is the first screen you see. The relationship and growth screen. From there, you click on that DUNS number. You click get a DNB DUNS number. Very simple. And I'm going to email this out for those who want it. I'm at charlesmspeaks@yahoo, so you don't have to, take screenshots because that's what I do in some of these seminars. I'll be trying to screenshot myself to death. And say, click on right there. And say, get your DUNS number. You see it right there. Get your DUNS number. I don't know if I can write on here. I'm not going to mess it up, but you can see it. Get your DUNS number right there. And then from there, you get to this screen, and then you have to fill out your information. And I'm really just going through steps, and a lot of these are going to be different steps. Now, your EIN, this is some basic information, y'all. Bear with me till I get through this. This is the first screen, and you can go to www.irs.gov to start out getting your EIN. You don't have to pay somebody to get an EIN, y'all. You can do it yourself. So all I did was put EIN in the search up here, and then I clicked the search button, and right there it comes up, apply for EIN online. I click that right there. It gets you to this screen right here. And now this screen, you can determine your eligibility. You can determine if you can use that name and different things like that. So then you can apply for it right here. This is the screen you apply for it. Very simple. And then you get to this screen right here. It says, do I need an EIN? Click on this stuff and figure out what it is you're looking at. You know, a lot of people, it's okay to pay somebody to do, like, set your business up if it's a lawyer, what have you. But a lot of this stuff you can learn yourself and just get educated, so you'll know if somebody's doing this, this is what it's supposed to look like. So all I'm doing is going through the different part of the application so you can see what it looks like. This is another part of the application. When I'm on here, I click on, and there's so many different types of entities now, but I click on, for my specific one, I click on limited liability corporation or company right here. I just click on it and I go from there. There you go. This is going to be basic, and then I'm going to get into some other stuff. And these are just the screens that you're going to see when you click on this stuff, y'all. How many members in your LLC? I don't know. Put whatever you have to put, but get educated on it. Now, another piece, if you're in business, if you don't have your state, everybody's state is a little bit different, I'm pretty sure, but you need your state corporation commission. And this is what it looks like in my state. In Virginia, this is what it looks like. So we go to the SEC e-file, and on here you can file online. You click on that button right there, filing online, getting a business entity. The next screen is this one. Do you want a new business? Do you want existing business? What is it? I click on the getting the new business information, because I just did one a couple months ago for a new business that I did for some federal funding. So you look at the SEC file right here. These are just flicking through the slides. Now for the funding piece, this is the money. This is the meat right here. And I'm going to take you to a couple different places to where you can get funding, or you have to set yourself up so you can receive funding. And this is for business owners, nonprofits. I don't care what type of business you have, there's something out there. Now, this first part I'm going into is bids for the contract. And this is for the government now. This is only for government contracting. If you have a business, you need to get government contracting. And there's some things that can't get it. I mean, if you're doing some stuff that, some other type of things other than like normal businesses, you probably won't get funding for it or government contract. But if you're doing, I seen a bid or a contract out there for a cupcakes. And these cupcakes, they wanted some red velvet cupcakes. This was like a 1-year contract I saw out there. There was another contract, myself and somebody that I know. I'm not going to put her out there, but she's working on a contract, $450,000 contract. And I don't know if it was for a year, but I think it was a 9-week contract for $450,000. And it was some training that was going to be held. So in the government side of things, I have mine set up, another business outside of my other businesses. I have mine set up to receive information. And I'll show you how I receive it as well for consulting. So this is just a letter, and it states, Charlton, congratulations, Hidden Gem Consulting is now active in the Systems for Award Management. That's the SAM system, so they can send you different contracts. So if you see a contract that's out there that you may like, you can bid on it. And this next slide is going to be, this is what I receive in emails. And all these are emails that comes in, and I set my contract up, or I set it up to receive bids on all the contracts in a certain area. So they send me emails on that stuff, and I open them up, and this is what it looks like opened up. It says the following bidding opportunity for the Commonwealth of Virginia awaits your EVA. And what it does, this is a study abroad consulting services, and this is a micro business that's set aside for a person like myself. And it says the description is it's consulting services to assist in the development of policies and procedures related to study abroad program or programming. So if your business can fit the description, you can submit a proposal to get this bid. And this bid can be, the numbers can be, 20,000, 40,000, 50, 60, 70, 1 million. And it goes out to, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. I don't know. But if your company does this type of thing, because everybody's out there putting in bids, if your company does this, then you can actually get that as a contract and be contracted outside of what you're normally doing in your business. That's like government contracting. Now, funding your business is another bit. A A lot of people don't want to do this stuff. And it is what it is. Once you do it, it's like, it's done. You can be like, okay, ooh, it's not going to be done in an hour. You have certain steps and you have to do. Personal guarantee, and this is talking about the credit piece. And this is, this is standard information. Business owners currently use credit and they personally guarantee their credit to different companies or stuff like that. And all I want people to do is separate them. You can personally guarantee if you choose on certain things, but you have to start to do the separation piece as well. Now, this is a small business administration. Now, with the small business administration, it's one that's close to you somewhere. Or you can go online to sba.gov, and they have so much information that it's just too much in a sense. You have to find out where you are and where you need to be. So what I do is I look under loans and grants. And what you can do is look at how they fund, where they fund. You see local assistance. You can go in there and they give you like free information, y'all. This is like some stuff that you truly need. So right here, I clicked on the loan and grants, and then you can see all the different financing that the SBA provides you as far as information. Loans and grants, and then I started breaking down into what the loans and grants are. This is an SBA program, and if you really can't see, it's probably too small for you, no big deal. So you see the micro loan program, you see the grants program, you see out there they have money for real estate, they have money for child care. This is a general small business loan. And you go in there and you start learning what are their requirements, what are they saying that you need. Micro loan program, and this is the different funding that they have out there for different companies. Now, this is, if you're in the Virginia area, we have a thing called EVA, Virginia's Procurement Portal. So on this portal, if you want to sell to the government, which you should, you have to go there and you have to get signed up. So I just clicked on a few things and I scroll down, and if you look right here, this is for small businesses, women and minority owned businesses. I clicked on here and, went through the steps of getting what they call SWAM certified. So they have the different contracts that's out. If you clicked on that right there, you'll see the different contracts that's already getting approved and stuff like that and what they're putting out as far as information. So all you folks in the child care industry, child care financing program, you have to click on here and find out what requirements they're asking for so you can look to where you can get funding for it. So I know it's a lot of child care out there, a lot of people that's doing it out of their home. This may be something that you can use for funding that you don't have to, be out of your home, and you can get a building or something like that. So this is another bond that's out there, and this is for the 501c3s out there. And well, this one says 501, and this for nonprofits. Anybody in the nonprofit out there, they have funding out there. Like one of them starts at the one I'm looking at. The one that starts at $1 million and up. So they have different criteria of what you need to do to be in this particular one. This particular one, you have to be in your nonprofit for 2 years, or have been, once you submit the paperwork, they're definitely going to let you know, the criteria. Some of y'all say y'all have nonprofits, but y'all don't have the letter. If you are a nonprofit and you don't have this letter that's from the IRS that says you are exempt from federal income tax under the IRC code 501c3, you're not, in a sense, quote unquote, a lot of companies won't give you any funding because they want you to have this letter to get funding from different corporations and stuff like that. I mean, I'm talking like Lowe's has it, companies like Lexus has it. This letter is so powerful. I'm trying to tell you, this to me is like gold. You put it out there and this can help, a lot of different companies out to get funding because you have this letter and you say, okay, well, this is what I'm doing. You still have to have your stuff together though, but this letter is so powerful and a lot of people don't utilize it the way they should. Even I see nonprofits out there that's been out there for years. They still don't use this letter the right way. And all I do is educate myself, and I work with people who are getting donors, to give them like millions. Those are the people that I'm speaking to get better at understanding this whole nonprofit umbrella. So I did a whole thing on nonprofits as well. It's crazy. This is another grant out there. You see the total fund of the grant is $250,000 to a grant that's out there as far as funding. The money's out there. We haven't done what we need to do on our end. So this is business credit right now. I'm about to break some stuff down in business credit. I keep bringing up personal guarantee for a reason. You don't want to personally guarantee anything as far as, with your business, because if your business fails, now it's taking you down. And see, this is what happens. As you know, within 3 to 5 years, businesses fail. And some people they put my last in this company. I need it to work. I need it to work. They put their last in the company. So when the business failed, it started affecting their personal, their house finances, their car, their family, the marriage, everything, as far as marriages. We know that money thing is way up there on the scale for people to have arguments and stuff like that. So if you're going to start the business, if you're a wife out there, tell your husband to start with looking at business credit. If you're a husband and your wife is doing business, tell her, hey, baby, you need business credit, because it's going to separate you. Because if the business were to fail, not throwing anything out there on anybody, but if it was, you'll be okay. Now, these are some merchants that you use. These are steps that you use when you go for the business credit. When you go for business credit, there's going to be another listing in here, and it's going to show you some different things you're going to use. But these are different companies that you're going to eventually get. I don't go out and get these particular companies first. I go get some other companies before that. And those other companies, one of them is going to be Uline, one of them is Seton. And the breakdown is you have to get those companies first. And a lot of people do it differently. And when they do it differently, they may end up not getting business credit because they've done something that's not in the right way, in the right order. They're called net 30 accounts. These accounts could be called net 30 as well. There is like net 15, net 30, net 60, net 90. And all it is that's the time you pay that, you got to pay that bill back. So you have to spend about $50 when you starting out. And some of the companies are Uline off top, Quill, Granger, Staples. You get those, and my thing is you get 3 to 5 to start out. 3 to 5 of those companies to give you business credit, and before you do that, you still have to have your stuff for your business. I just showed you your SEC. You have to have your business license and stuff like that. You need to have your DNB number. You need to have your phone number that's not tied to your cell phone. You need to have your address that's not tied to a house address. It needs to be a business address. So you need to have all this stuff before you start to get into the Home Depots, or they may try to hold you back a little bit. So just don't get held back and follow the right steps. This is just, some Experian, Equifax, DNB. This is what I use when I go in, and, a little bit on the personal credit side as well. You can go to Experian.com and start pulling information for your personal credit. And then you can kind of do the same with the DNB. That's for your, for me, I use it for my business credit. And I'm going to show you what they send me as well. This is just your business location. It has to be an actual business. You can't trick the system, family. You can't put in a cell phone and then start to go down to try to get business credit, because it's not going to work like you think it's going to work, because they're going to do searches, and it's a computer search that says this is a cell phone number. So now you're going to get stuck, and you're going to have to keep going, and you're going to have to go back and do it the right way. So I say do it the right way when you start out, so you don't have to keep going back. So don't be denied. A lot of people trying to get over and they're using a house address, and I'm just like, all you're doing is stopping your approval letters and stuff like that. So you have to do it the right way. These are some of the things that you need. Your EIN, you need to set up a bank account. You need business phone numbers. You need to get on the 411 directory. You need a business email and domain. I went to GoDaddy, and I wish they were paying me, but they're not. It is what it is, but I'm going to let y'all look at that for a second. The other thing is having a business or not. And I broke down some stuff of why you need what you need. Now, a lot of people don't use S corporations. I think S corporations are one of the sexiest corporations out there. And again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not none of that stuff. And please don't put me out there saying what Charles said, do this and do that. That's not what I do. I'm providing information of what you need for a type of entity. In the real estate world, I use the S Corp and the LLC. You have to use some type of entity. I don't know which one was good for you. find out from your tax person or your lawyer or your credible person that's going to help you out, that is qualified to do it. Because a lot of us get the wrong information from all these wrong people, and we end up having to spend money that we don't need to spend. So this S corporation, just on the back side of things, I'm gonna just give y'all what I know about it. So what we do, I'm going to use $100,000. So let's say you have 100,000, you make $100,000 a year, and what you do with that money, it flows through your S corporation. You can actually pay yourself or your children through your S corporation money. And just to put it out there, that's money that either is going to the IRS or it's going through your S corporation, and you can pay out as in a W-2. You can pay yourself as a W-2 business owner in the S corporation. So you figure out if you want to give it to the IRS or you want to give it to yourself. You want to give it to the IRS, you want to give it to your kids because they're working for you through your S corporation. It's just information, family. And it's all about, I don't care how much money you make, it's how much you can keep from what you make. And a lot of people bragging on six figures. Six figures to me, I'm going to humbly say this, six figures is no money. And I only say that because we're not putting our money to where it can make more money for us, for one, and we don't understand where to put money and how to have these organizations. I have some people that are business owners. They say they're business owners. They don't have business credit. They don't even have an entity. All you're doing, if you don't have an entity, I'm going to show you in a little bit of what you're doing when you don't have an entity. And this is a real estate thing that I did just to show people as an investor why you need to be set up the right way. And this is just the appreciation on the appreciation side of owning residential. We do appreciation a little bit differently, and we write off interest a little bit differently than most people that don't have businesses. So I'm going to break this one down to you. I use $100,000, and you look at the two different sides of money. The two different sides of money, you still get the same IRA hit, $5,000. Both of them earning $100,000. You see the depreciation right here. If you don't have any real estate, you're not depreciating anything. So for all those people who say, I don't want to buy a house because I want to be able to get up and move, and I'm just like, you can have a house and move. You don't have to. If you have a home, it's not like you're stuck there forever. So this is one big hit. No depreciation type folks that's making money or say they making money. You're not getting any depreciation. Your personal exemptions, they could be the same, $7,300. Taxable income is killing you. Why give? Let me be politically correct. You should be looking to get a business so you can save yourself money. That's the best way I can put it. If you talk to me one-on-one, I'll give you the real info. It is what it is, but it's saving yourself money. Nobody is like rolling in the dough like the Oprah Winfrey's and stuff like that. Let's keep it real. I don't care if it's $500 that's supposed to be mine. I want everything I'm supposed to get. I'm going to show y'all a little bit more of a breakdown on this. Now, this is just using a guy named John, and we're looking at the different money, and you see the different money right here. So John's salary to him, they brought in $50,000. Now $25,000 is dividend income is coming in. That's that S corp that'll pay you $25,000. So really, you got paid $75K. Let's just put it what it is. You got in $75K, but now your taxable income is only $41,000 because of how you itemize deductions and write-offs. So if you're not using write-offs, what are you doing? I don't get it. You're actually not saving yourself money. So now you save $9,251 right there. And this is another side of things as far as good credit and bad credit. We got to fix our credit, and you don't need to get with the company. Now, I'm not diming out any companies. I'm saying it don't take 2 years to fix credit, family. You don't need to pay somebody $100 a month for 2 years to fix your credit. Find a company that's credible. You can do damage in 30 days. You can do a lot of damage in 6 months. It has to be consistent. You can do it yourself. Right at this point in time in life right now, I'll pay somebody to do my credit because I don't want to do it because it's time consuming and you need to be thorough and it needs to be hit. But you pay somebody, I would say less than $300, maybe 500, depending on who you go to and how what they can get done, because they can look at the different discrepancies, and a lot of people have discrepancies on their credit reports, and it's okay. I don't care if the credit scores are 400; it doesn't matter. The thing is, what do you want to do about it? If you want to cry about it and stay at 400, then do that. But if you really, truly, truly, truly want to have somebody help you with your credit, or you want to get in there and do it yourself, it can be done. It definitely can be done. It's going to take some work, but it's going to take off mailing letters. You got to get that stamp of approval, certified mail, blah, blah, blah. Take 30 days, 45 days. They come back, that type of thing. But you see the difference in total interest paid. For somebody, depending on, I don't know what their credit score is, but this interest rate is 26%. This is 6%. I mean, look at the total interest. You're saving $12,000 in interest because your credit score is where it needs to be, vice where people think it is. We have to use different parts of money or pots of money to fund our dreams, and this is the reason why. My thing is this. Let's say you get funded now for 10,000, your friend gets funded for 10,000, somebody else gets funded for 10,000, and it goes so on, and y'all forming this business or this entity to where y'all come together and y'all put y'all money in. Now y'all can get XYZ. I don't know what that is, but 50,000 or 70 or 80 or 100,000 is so much better than 10,000 to fund to get this bigger thing, to get this bigger percentage, your return on investment, 10, 15, 20%. When I know for a fact we have a lot of people have their money in the bank at 0.5% interest. They have some CDs out there for 2% interest. We're not making money, family. We're playing games out here because a lot of people are so stuck, and a lot of people are still trying to learn. And they've been learning for the last 3 to 5 years and making no money at all. And it's like, what are we doing? We're not coming together because people are scared for one, people are scamming for two, and people don't know for three, but we're not going to the people who have the information. Those people that's making the multi-millions, you got to go and say, okay, what makes sense you keep, what don't you throw it out. But that's the only way we're going to make moves. This is what's going to happen. I would say the next 20, 30 years. Right now, we have less than 6%. Well, let me see. 96% of people make less than $100,000 a year. 96% of people make less than $100,000 a year. Right now, you have a good majority of people that don't have $1,000 discretionary funds in their account. That's what's happening right now. It's not getting any better. Taxes keep going up. They keep hitting us upside the head with all this other stuff, and it's like, what is your way out? What are you going to do to get out? A lot of people don't have an answer. And it's just going to get worse. Social Security, people making what, $900 to $1,200 a month? I think it goes, the highest is like $1,700. That's like on the big scale of things. But on average, let's say $950 a month. How in the are people living off of $900 something a month? The baby boomers from 1946 to 1964 are living off of little to nothing, eating cat food, dog, whatever the food they eat, and really scraping by. And they're going out from the job force at a rate of 10,000 are leaving the working force, and it's just going to be bad, family. It's going to be bad for the people in the healthcare field. If you're in the healthcare field, you are winning, my friend. And the healthcare people are winning. The baby boomers right now that's out there, they spend the most amount of money, and I think they spend it with QVC because my mom might see this. But anyway, the baby boomers are spending a heck of a lot of money. They spend the most money out of all of us, but we're not set up for the future. And technology's taken over. I know I'm on a rant, but I have a message to this. So technology's taken over, and if you're not in a field that touches people, I would say like the plumbing field, or that touches people, like some of those type of fields. Even McDonald's are getting the push button machines in the front, so there's going to be less jobs available. And right now, there's millions of people that are without jobs. So I see a lot of people, gravitating to the entrepreneur world, and I'm happy for that. I say find something that you can help people with and work your behind off so you can create your own business doing that. And this is what I say. Don't go out to spend all this money trying to find all this new stuff. Everybody on this line right here has something that they're passionate about that they probably can teach to somebody, that you don't have to go out and get new information. You just have it and you can get it. You have to make that into a business somehow, some way, and find out how you can charge people for your knowledge. That's how you win. So this is another one out there. And this is the John Nodo. This is a lot of people right now making this money, but they don't have anything to put it into. So your total taxable income for John is $107,000 when they could have an entity to recoup some of that funding. Now, you spending $29,000. That's your taxes. That's what you're paying off of your 150 because that's the gross income. We have to get some type of entity, family. As long as you're legally trying to make money, and I'm not a lawyer, find that person. I'm not that guy. I'm just giving y'all information. Now, with an entity, the same type of thing. Look at this, $25,000 adjusted gross income now flows through to John. We have to get better. We have to get better. We have to get better. They're putting money in different places. Look at this one. This is the biggest one right here. John's salary. So make $150,000. You pay yourself a salary. Woo! $50,000 for running through an S corp. You can't beat that. Now, this is what a lot of people are doing. Without this entity, they're taking that freaking salary and giving it back to the IRS. To the IRS. And he paying a pension. You can't beat that. So you paying yourself $75,000 running through an S corp. That's crazy. So this is the breakdown. $29,000, or do you want to pay $9,000? What y'all want to do? A lot of us are giving back all that funding when it could be using that money, that $20,000 in savings, to go into your kids' savings, to go to your school, to go to your new house, your new car, whatever you want to do with it. I don't know. If you want to invest with it, this is a huge return, but we're losing. We're losing in a big way. So funding opportunities, don't take yourself out of the race. For me, I truly believe there's no shortage of money. None whatsoever. Disclaimer, I love my disclaimers. I'm not a tax professional, family. I don't hold a license to practice. I don't do any of that. We have to get in the books and we have to get better at doing what we should be doing. There's funding out there. There's state funding. There's government. There's local. There's money for nonprofits. We haven't got up off our behinds to go get it. And even if you get a door, like I just got a door the other day, I'm going to go through the back door. It doesn't matter to me. And let me give y'all on this one. All day, every day. All day, every day. Give God the glory. Stop playing. It's not happening for you because you may not be giving. I'm not going to go there. But give God the glory. It's not on you. He gave us all this information.
Praise God. I'm sorry.
Connection. I'm telling y'all, is when you pray for it, all I'm saying is, they say faith without works is dead. If you don't get up off your behind, people going out tonight, partying, have a good time. I don't go do what you do. I'm not mad at that. But find time to put into your business. The job is great. This is what I used to do. Ballistic missile defense, six-figure money earner, making money hand over fist, had businesses, money was still coming in, but I was just broke on a higher level, and I didn't really understand a lot of the stuff that I'm telling y'all until I got smart. I walked away from a six-figure income, and 96% of people do not make six figures. And I'm not saying that to brag. It's just I got smart. I got smart, and I got in the books. Let me give y'all this one. Hold on. This book right here. This book right here, and I wish I was getting paid for it, but he's helping a lot of people to eat with this book. This guy, Tony Robbins. This book right here will change your freaking life. I'm not even playing. There it goes. It's called Money. This book right here will change your life. What he did was get all the money makers. Warren Buffett in here is a guy by the name of Ray Dalio, billionaire hedge fund guy. They broke some stuff down. I keep going through this thing like it. Oh my goodness. It's like I want to eat the whole book because they broke it down to where the common folks like us can understand what we're supposed to do with our money. They talked about the stock game. Everybody talked so big on the stock game. When you have a guy by the name of Warren Buffett that's talking about telling us what to do in stock, and I tell people what Warren Buffett say, and they say, no, it ain't supposed to be like that. I'm like, what in the what? Are you serious? And so we're listening to these people who's giving us this information who don't have the right information. If you can outproduce Warren Buffett and Ray Dalio, please holler at me. Tell me what I need to do because that's who I'm listening to. I hear people, but I don't hear people. So I'm working with the top people in my industries that I work in. That's the only people I listen to. I'm sorry. I go to these events and I get the right information and I actually do it. That's how we win. I have 100% of my time. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to say I would get off of work at 5 and work to 3 a.m. How bad do you want it, family? This is the thing. Right now, you're responsible for 4 generations of your family. I don't care. You're responsible for 4 generations. We have people right now online discussing if the man should pay for food, if the man should pay, if they cohabitating with the woman, should the man pay the mortgage? And that's because our finances are jacked up and the people act like, it's not. And we're just cool. We're taking trips and having fun and showing all this stuff. It's all overrated. All that other stuff is overrated. A lot of people won't be real with themselves and be like, I'm not where I need to be. My taxes jacked up, my doggone, my credit score not where it need to be. I don't have my 4 generations taken care of right now. I don't have that right now. That's where I am right now. So people say, Charles, you're going to this concert. Concert? I can't afford a concert right now. My generations are not done yet. So I'm in a different mindset than most people, and that's okay. We just have to put our work in, but we have to come together as a people and share information. You can't take over the industry. I don't care what it is you're doing. If you're selling cupcakes, you can't take over the cupcake industry. You can't take over the real estate industry, motivational speaking industry, nonprofit industry. There's enough for everybody to eat. Stop having lack in your life. Because if you have lack, that's where your life is going. You're not going to have enough. We're supposed to be living in abundance. In abundance, God gave Adam 4 streams of which to drink from. I'm not going to take y'all there though. But I'm going to tell y'all, we have so much work to do. Stop bull crapping and stop wasting time doing things that don't really matter. A lot of people are right there. And I'm just saying what I know, family. You can do this stuff yourself. I have some steps. If you want this slide, it's just going to break the steps. I'll send it to you. That's my email address, charlesmspeaks@yahoo. And it's taking a step. The best thing you can do. And don't say, I'm going to try to do it. Say you're going to do it. Words have meaning to me. And I'm going to give y'all a good example. And then I'm going to let y'all go and y'all can do whatever y'all going to do today because I have work to do myself. But I do take my time off as well. I do what I do. But I have my time to take off. So go get yours. If you don't have it, go work whatever you have to work, get with the right people, but put work into what you want to do. And I say words have meaning. Now imagine this. You have people to say, hey, you're going to show up at my event that I'm throwing. Well, yeah, I'm going to try to get there. And that means you're not coming to me. I don't know how y'all look at it. So I look at it like this. Let's imagine you on a plane, y'all 20,000 feet in the air, and the pilot comes over and say, hey, we having a little difficulty. I'm going to try to land this plane. I don't want my pilot saying they're going to try to land the plane. I need my pilot coming on and be like, hey, y'all sit back, relax. This is what I get paid to do. I have too many years doing this. I'm going to land this plane. I need that. I need that from y'all. So change up who you around as well. And separate yourself, family. Separate yourself from the people who just bring you down. Some of y'all sick because y'all are around the same people every day. Y'all allowing them to bring you down. It's okay to love people from a distance, and some of them have our last name. I hate to say it. I'm just being honest. Some of them have our last name. You can separate yourself from anybody. It's up to you, though. I'm still going for mine. And people say, why are you working so hard? You already made it. I haven't made a doggone thing. I haven't made a dent yet. They don't even understand where I'm going because it's the journey that God gave me. He gave all of us this vision. He gave all of us these tools to use. Some of us going to die with them, and some of us going to just keep working until we get there and explode. So when we get there, we can be like, I used up, I gave it all. I gave everything I had. Vice, yeah, I could sing, I could bake. I could have started that restaurant. I could have started that business. I could have been a writer. I could have been all these I could have been. Stop with that, y'all. Don't stop making excuses. Blame you. Don't blame nobody else for your situation, y'all. Stop it. Just stop. Blame yourself if you're not where you want to be. Don't blame the kids, the wife, the husband, the mom, the dad, the school, stop. Just, I don't care what happens. It's on you. It's always been on you 100%. My name is Charles McCutcheon. And y'all need to take it easy. If you have anything, hit me up. I'm an open book. I'm on social media. You Google me. I'm on social media. I help as much as I can. The one thing I can't do, I can't just give you all of my time because everything I do, this is what I eat off of. I do my real estate, my speaking, and that's what I do. That's my livelihood. So, unless you're willing to help me, stop playing. Everybody, we can help each other. Please believe that. So a lot of people don't understand that piece. But if you have questions, please hit me up. If it's personal things that you want to ask me about, I guarantee you I have somebody that can answer that. I just work with a lot of people and I connect with a lot of people, and I may have to connect y'all too, and y'all do whatever y'all gonna do. So that's it. I had a great time. Let me see if there's any questions down here. I don't see any. I'm gonna stop this recording.